told your friend you're not okay.
It was a Monday morning while you were standing in the small kitchen of your apartment. The smell of eggs and sizzling bacon was filling the air. Your back was aching from long shift at the bar the night before. Your eyes were also heavy, but you knew you had no time to rest. You had more work to do, more bills to pay. You took a deep sigh and glanced at the counter where the white vase was placed, not decorated with colorful flowers but cluttered with letters, all of them marked as final notices. You had a boyfriend named Jungkook with whom you had split the rent of the apartment. He worked odd jobs here and there, but it was your best hours at the bar that kept the roof over both of your heads. On top of that, you worked in a small mechanic shop which was nearby your apartment. It was a part time job, though the pay was meager, but it helped you to get the bread and food at home. Bread. You heard the creak of floorboards behind you. It was your boyfriend Jungkook. Before you could turn around, you felt his arms. Morning, babe, he said in a sleepy voice. Morning, you said, putting the bread in the plate. Stop, you muttered in an exhausted voice, but Jungkook didn't stop as he never really listened to you. Jungkook, you muttered, feeling sad. It's not my fault, he whispered near your ear, which made you roll your eyes. But I am cooking breakfast. Let me make it, please, you said through gritted teeth. It's been 2 months since you both started dating. At first, he was so soft and caring towards you. But it's been few days that Jungkook is behaving so odd. After few minutes, he leaned back against the counter staring at you with his eyes popping out. You sighed in a relief, and after plating the scrambled eggs, toast and few strips of bacon, you placed them on counter in front of Jungkook. You also sat on counter chair beside him as you both started to have the food. You are working late hours, he asked, his mouth full of food. Yeah, you nodded, focusing on your plate. He grunted, looking at you annoyed. You are so busy that you have no time for both of us. Sometimes I feel really bad. He sipped the instant coffee. If I won't work, who will pay the bills? You. Who will bring the households at home? You. You asked, placing your fork in your plate. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was just concerned about you, he said, forcing a smile at you. You said, hearing his greasy words. Don't be concerned about me, Jungkook, cause someone has to make sure that lights stay on, the rent is paid, and the food is on table. Though I work late nights, but still I'm not able to pay the bill. You know why? Cause my dear boyfriend demands some money. You said, looking at his annoyed face. Jungkook didn't respond and kept eating. After breakfast, Jungkook left outside while you stood and grabbing the plates, you went to the kitchen to wash them. Once the dishes were done, you hurriedly cleaned the apartment like throwing clothes in a laundry machine to get washed, pressing Jungkook's suits, mopping the floor and cleaning the rooms. You glanced at the wall clock. Your shift at the mechanic shop had started as you slipped into a hoodie and jeans, tying your hair back into a mossy bun. You quickly shut the door behind you and left for a mechanic shop. As you reached the small shop, a sigh left your mouth. The shop was old, small, greasy, with a cluttered office in the front and a garage that smelled like oil and metal. The workshop owner looked at you and smiled. When you came, got a lot to get through today, my daughter, the old man said, wiping his hands on a rag. I am ready, uncle, you replied, pulling on your work gloves while you were checking the car. Your mobile phone rang. You wipe your hands with a small towel and fetching your mobile out from the pocket you glance at the caller ID. It was Xiaochia, your friend who worked with you. Hey Xiaochia, who called me? You asked, brushing off the dust from your dress. Do you remember that last night I told you that our bar is gonna throw a mini party in which only VIP guests will be invited and all the workers would have to entertain them by dancing and serving drinks? She said. I do remember Shachia, but I won't dance. You know I don't like. You said being sad. I know I am, but it's manager's order. We're just ordinary drink servers. We can't do anything. I can understand. It is job and we're compelled as we need money. You said trying to breathe properly, but it's just stuck in your mouth. Relax, take care, see you soon, she said and cut the call. You said putting your mobile phone inside the pocket and as you leaned back to your work. It was around 7 o'clock when you reached home. You had approximately 2 hours to relax, and these 2 hours always felt like heaven to you. You took a warm shower and then came back in your room as you threw yourself on the wooden bed, which made a creak sound. After a while, your room creaked open, revealing Jungkook as he looked at your lying figure. You quickly opened your eyes and turned around to see Jungkook smirking at you. He groaned and getting up from the bed outside the room. Tears started to fill your eyes. You didn't even want to relax anymore, so you got up and started to get ready. You searched for the specific party dress to wear as it was given by bar owner to fill all the staff members. Finally, after searching for almost 10 minutes, you found it. Doing a little bit of makeup, you grab your clutch in which you put lipstick, mobile phone, small contact mirror, and an ID card to enter in the bar. Glancing at yourself for one last time, you headed downstairs to leave for the bar. Time skip. Reaching the bar, you witness a large number of people gathering around, dancing, drinking, eating, and enjoying. You froze as you noticed the bright spotlight was shining down on you and everyone was staring at you. You saw all the VIP guests staring at you as if you were a small kid. You took a deep breath and lifted your head up. Whilst still trying to block out all the eyes on you, you began to walk forward as fast as you could despite wearing a pair of very high heels. You just wanted to escape their lingering gazes on you, but it seemed impossible. All of a sudden, Shasha came to you running as she held your hand and dragged you to the dance floor. What are you doing, Shasha? You asked, looking at her in a disbelief. Everyone is about to dance, she said, reaching the dance floor. Your eyes got watery, but you knew you had no other option. You saw your colleagues dancing and VIP guests cheering for them. I don't know how to dance, Shasha, you whispered, yell at her. Even I don't know, we just need to move, she said, trying to move. But they all are watching us, it's so creepy, you said, feeling literally sad. You need this job or not, everyone on the stage is not doing all that for their own will. They are compelled because they need money, she said, pointing at the other girls who were dancing. You noticed as you knew she was right, and then you began to dance on the rhythm. You are not dancing, but still, you see, you are doing well. She kinda joked, expecting laugh to come out from your mouth, but you were just lost in your own never ending thoughts. Well, I hear we will be given a delicious food after this performance. It's making me excited, she squealed, making you roll your eyes. 20 minutes passed as the dance performance ended. The VIP guests cheered for all of you, and with that, Shazia pushed you towards the table where the food will be served. Soon the food was placed on the table as you both headed to your fullest. Whiny, I have been noticing that guy staring at you, she said, pointing at the guy who was sitting on the VIP table. You turned around to see him and you started to feel good. I'm going to the counter to request the manager for half leave as I'm not feeling well right now. You said, getting up from the chair. She nodded, blinking her eyes as you began to the direction of the bar. Not any time sooner. You grab a bottle with shaky hands and start to pour it into his glass. The glass slipped from your hands and fell on his suit. Suddenly, the manager ran to you as he bowed down at him. Is anything wrong, sir? He asked, still looking down. She threw you drink on me, he said, pointing at you. No, he is lying. You were cut off by manager. It's so rude to answer back or VIP guests. He glared at you. But sir, he's the one who... You yelled back. Such a liar you are. Why would I even... You whispered, making your eyes fill with tears. You are fired, Miss Vian, he said in a cold voice. You can't fire me for the thing which I didn't do, you said, trying to wipe off the stream of tears. She should be in a drama. She is a great actress, no doubt, he said, clapping his both hands at you. You wanted to him aside. I'm sorry, sir. It's our mistake that we have such an ill-mannered staff. You grabbed your belongings and ran outside. You were so disheartened as you were running aimlessly on the dark road. You really needed someone to comfort you, make you feel peace. The thought of seeing Jungwoo in a bar came in your mind. It was around 12 o'clock and you knew where Jungwoo could be. You ran to the club where he mostly goes, and sometimes serving drinks to the customers. As you reached there, you saw Jungwoo running here and there as he was serving drinks. You sighed in a relief and walked to him, wiping off the tears from your swollen eyes. Jungwoo, you tried to speak out, but he cut you off. Ryan, what are you doing here? Why you came? Just go back home. I will come later, he said. I need to talk to you, Jungwoo, please, you said with the pleading eyes. But right now I can't talk to you, cause I am busy, he whispered, yell. Okay, I will wait until you get free, you said, sitting on the counter chair. Do whatever you want. He glared at you and rushed to the table number 13. While you were waiting for him to finish sooner so you both could go back at home, but the number of people were increasing with each passing moment, suddenly a man in his 30s took a seat beside you. You looked at him and made an annoying face. Dear, my daughter exactly used to look like you, he said in a broken voice. Used to? You frowned, looking at him. Yeah, she's no more. She had a car accident. He said with teary eyes. Oh, I'm really sorry for asking you. You said, feeling pity on the old man. No, it's okay. You looked to see Jungkook glaring at you, which made you flinch. He pointed his index finger at you and gestured you to come to him. You got up from your chair and walked to him. Why are you speaking to that man? Who is he to you? He said, shooting you a glare. You really need to come. He was just telling about his starter. You replied, looking at him. While you were listening to him, he is nothing to you. He just started saying all these things, but not loud enough for others to hear. I know, but don't need to make fuss. Just stay calm, you said with nose flaring. Don't tell me what to do, he said, making you roll your eyes in a disbelief. Taking a deep breath, you were about to leave when Jungwoo held your hand. Where are you going now? He said. You looked around to see the people looking at both of you. When I said that I wanted to break up with you, you said. You didn't, but I said. I need someone who could financially support me, not like you. He said and rushed to the outside as if he never came in your life. The people in the bar looked at you with pitiful eyes. Throwing yourself on the floor, you started to cry on your destiny. On the other hand, in the dimly lit basement, the air was getting thin. Suddenly it started raining that was beating against the outside walls of the basement. Single flickering bulb was hanging from the ceiling, which was making long shadows over the rough concrete floor. There was a man sitting on a wooden chair right in the center of the basement. His tailor suit was hugging against his nicely built body. His sharp jawline was tighter, making him more fearless. The darkness of the basement played across his chiseled features, making him look even more dangerous, like a predator in the dark. Across from him there were men. Some were his rivals who tried to hurt him, others were traitors who betrayed his trust. The dark figure looked at them and gave them his most notorious smirk. He was none other than Jeonjungkook. They were trembling, looking at the dangerous leader of the Mafia gang. But Jungkook seemed unbothered by their begging, as he was just sitting cross-legged and moving while his fingers slightly tapping the arm chair. It seemed like he was enjoying. Please, boss, I didn't mean to betray you. I was not following their orders. His words were barely coherent. Jungkook didn't move at all or not reacted as if he was deaf. The other man gathered some courage as he sobbed. Please have some mercy. I have got a family. Ali is only a 3-year. His words stuck in her mouth when Jungkook raised his hand. The basement room fell silent. Family, you say, he said as he showed some mercy. The man nodded. As he looked at Jungkook with pleading eyes, he stood up abruptly. The wooden chair scraped across the floor. He stepped toward the man who mentioned the word family. His eyes dark, which made his man shook with terror. You are lucky, he said softly. The man looked at him with a hope. Jungkook bent down. Because you will get to see her again. He smirked. Jungkook whistled and walked towards the stairs. He paused for a moment, glancing back at the people. You made your choices, now live with these consequences, he said almost to himself and left the basement. 1 week later, on the dark, empty road, Jungkook was running like a panther as if his life depended on it. He knew who they were and why they were chasing him. Jungkook's hand gripped. It would attract only attention even if the police is also searching for him. He sighed in a peace and entered in a dimly living room after carefully closing the door behind him. Jungkook needed to hide. He made his upstairs with slow steps. As he reached the top of the stairs, the faint sound of running water met his ears. Someone was inside. As his heartbeat quickened, he looked around the room. His eyes fell on the side table where a frame of 17-year-old girl was placed. That girl was none other than you. Jungkook's eyes unknowingly softened as he saw you smiling brightly in the picture. He himself didn't know why his heartbeat raced staring at a stranger's photo. Suddenly the door to the bathroom creaked open and you stepped out. The water was dropping from your hair. Jungkook's mouth wide opened as he stared at you. Suddenly you turned around and froze. Both of your eyes locked for a moment, but soon realization hit you. he whispered, unconsciously staring at your face. Your eyes were widened. For a moment, everything around both of you faded away. His intense gaze was not leaving. You were looking at him the way you found that what you needed. It felt like you were lost in a trance and there was no way to come back. He made you feel luckiest person existed on this planet. He smiled for the first time in his life and you felt lucky.